everybody, welcome back for another Open the Book story. There are so many wonderful stories about Jesus that you might think everybody liked him. But they didn't, you know. Lots of people complained about him, especially the kind of people who thought they were more special than other people. When Jesus heard them, he told them another story. We're going to hear that story today. But first, we need to open the book. Let's open the book.
Let's open the book.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
Let's listen and see.
Let's listen and see
how good God can be.
how good God can be.
Let's open the book.
Let's open the book.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
Let's listen and see.
Let's listen and see
how good God can be.
how good God can be.
Let's open the book.
The big spender. The people who thought they were good were still not happy with Jesus. They moaned, they grumbled, they frowned. It's not fair, they complained. Jesus spends all his time with the bad people. Jesus heard this and told them one more story.
Once upon a time, there was a man who had 2 sons. He loved them both very much. But one day, the younger son came to him with a sad request.
Father, when you die, I will get part of your money and part of your land. The problem is, I don't want to wait. I want my money now.
It was all the father could do to stop himself from crying. But because he loved his son, he agreed and gave him his share of the money. That very same day, the son left home with money in his pocket and a big smile on his face. He didn't even say goodbye. The father just watched, wiped away a tear, and hoped that one day he would see his son again. The son travelled to a country far away and spent his money as fast as he could. He drank, he gambled, he used his money to do many bad things, until finally the money was all gone. The son looked for a job, but the only work he could find was taking care of pigs. It was hard, it was dirty work, and he was so hungry. Sometimes he thought about taking the pig's food for himself. He was miserable, lonely, and sad. Then one day he had an idea.
The servants who take care of my father's animals are better off than me. I'll go home, that's what I'll do. I'll tell my father how sorry I am for wasting his money, and maybe, just maybe, he'll let me become a servant and work for him.
Now, what do you think the father had been doing all this time? Did he say to himself, I have my oldest son at home, and who cares if my youngest son has gone? Of course not. He loved his son, even though he had gone far away. And every day he would go to the roadside and watch, hoping his son would return. That is exactly where he was when the younger son hobbled home, poor and hungry. The father ran to his son, hugged him tight, and the son dropped to his knees.
Oh, Father, I'm so sorry. I have wasted all your money and am no longer good enough to be your son.
Don't be silly. You are my son, and you always will be my son. I'm so glad to have you back.
Then the father lifted his son to his feet and walked him home. He dressed him in beautiful clothes. He put gold rings on his fingers, and he threw it in a big welcome home party. When the older son came home from work that night, he heard the party noise, And when a servant told him what was happening, he was filled with anger and ran to his father and shouted,
It's not fair. I've been a good son. I've worked hard for you all these years. He was bad and wasted your money, and now you are throwing him a party.
I love you, my son, and you have enjoyed all the good things I have. But your brother was gone, and now he is back. He was lost, and now he is found. That's why I'm having this party, because we are all back together again.
Do you remember why Jesus told this story? It was because Jesus wanted those complaining, jealous people to see that God is like the Father in the story. He doesn't have favourites. He wants to forgive and help everyone when they make mistakes and do wrong things. We'd just like you to close your eyes for a moment and think about the times when you might have made a mistake or chosen the wrong thing. Now, I'm going to say a prayer, and if you want to make it your prayer, say Amen at the end after me. Dear God, thank you for being like the forgiving Father in today's story. Thank you that just like that Father, you are always willing to forgive us if we are truly sorry. Amen.
Amen.
I hope you've enjoyed our story today. We'll see you next time.